Sunday. I'm showing 3 online already. That's weird. I hadn't even set it to go live yet. So, what's up? How are you? This will be short. Type out some questions. We'll talk about whatever you want here. I see no comments though. Anybody there? Hello? Marshmallows. Greg T, what up? Guzman, what's going on? Grant, DJ, Byron. Jonathan, Season with Time, what's up? Grant V, Joseph Frazier. We have some shotgun pull-out tray pouches going. Looks like that's what'll be happening tomorrow morning. Broke in new belt on shift, right on. Hot Rod, what's up? Joseph Frazier. More mini packs. Charlie, what's up? Listen to 4 parts of the members meeting, right on. Right on. How many were there? 7, 8? 4 hours. Thomas, what's up, man? Six part, right on. Right on. Great Wolf, what's up, man? Season with Time, nice cat. Yeah, those are cats. Cats. Would you like one? Let me know your order number. I'll ship one to you. Amanda has these cat treats, and these fucking cats get up here and chew through the packages. I watched one of the cats pick it up in his mouth and drop it on the ground. Like, I think he's literally trying to get the package to break open. Bill Wilson, what's up? Used Tool Apron today, taking down Christmas lights, right on. I put up some more fencing today. Opened up another corridor so the dogs can get all the way around all of the chicken pens, which I think are 8, 9 of them. Amanda, your cat is locked in the bathroom. Those cats are about to become outside cats. Which one? The lightest colored one. The white one. Need a vacation from your vacation. What flashlight do you carry? I carry a Stiletto Pro. Great light. I have it on me literally 24 hours. I got clothes on, I got the light. Finally home before 9. Whole lot of work last month. Half getting ready for Christmas. We were over at the one in Paris tonight. Man, the Paris one is so much fucking better than Camden. Got notified third line, right on. We've been on for about 5 minutes now. I'll get a notification. I'll literally be on I'll have my phone. An hour after I fucking end this video, I'll get a notification about this live on my phone. It's weird. Solomon, how are you? Put in for Camden. Yeah, Camden, man. It's pretty fucking run down. There's a lot of people in the Camden one, like standing doing nothing. Employees, like 2 or 3 employees huddled up together with their phones in their hands and shit. You have a few older ladies who have been there like forever, that seem to do the majority of the work. I mean, and that might not be the case, but that's definitely how it looks. What conspiracies are going to come true in 23? I think they're, for the most part, true, aren't they? I mean, you're watching it happen right now. I mean, you're seeing them take down people, trying to make examples of them. And a lot of that is so that you think about what you say first, right? Just watch them knock down these guys. We're only 2 or 3 years downstream from them. Just wait. Go look over there. James Kroll, what's up? It's funny how they took down Andrew Tate. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. If you look at all of the media right now, though, it's super. Everything's gone viral. Everybody is sharing his stuff. Like, you can't even scroll through any social media and not see. Man, I'd say 75% of it's about him. How far are we at in the Minority Report? I don't know, man. Evan, what's up? We've got several videos that went up over the weekend. If you're a member of this channel, there are, man, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 videos went up also, private, members only videos that are up there for you. He spoke out and they arrested him. Yeah, I would suspect that that's exactly what that is. And you can watch, you could watch 100 different pieces of content and get 100 different answers, and everybody's saying it as though it's factual. They're saying that the U.S. Embassy had something to do with it. Like, it was actually U.S. citizens that did the warrant. I mean, all kinds of shit. How do you know what to believe? And then you see that he was arrested, then released, and then you see he was arrested and is detained for 30 days. And then you see he's arrested but not in custody. He just can't leave the country for 30 days. So who fucking knows what the real truth is? I mean, as far as what the current status is. Listen to all the members' videos today while working. I think my question got axed, but still really awesome series this week. Evan, I think I answered your question. I don't remember what it was, but I remember speaking your name in there, I thought. What was your question? How do you become a member? There should be something just go to any of my videos. There should be something that says membership. It's $1. There's a $5 level, $1 level. You have an iPad Pro sleeve in production. I saw it on your Facebook stories. What you saw was a customer, a friend of mine, Brandon Bond. He's a pretty huge tattoo guy, owns a studio in Atlanta. I made 2 sleeves for him and sent them to him, and he shared them on his Instagram. I reshared his story on my story. I do not have any iPad sleeves. We can totally build some iPad sleeves. Somebody sent a text message through the app asking about iPad sleeves. If you would like an iPad sleeve, go to the website, send me an email, tell me what color you want. We will put one online for you. You can order and pay for it, and we will build you some iPad sleeves. I don't know how fast that will happen. Weeks, couple weeks, days maybe. But if you're hoping that you're just going to order it and it's going to ship the same day, that's probably never going to happen. Byron Roberts, thanks for sharing my post and your story. Byron, I have no fucking idea which one that was. Here's how I share posts. If it's something that I find relevant, I share the post. If it's a post about my gear and it's tagging my company, I usually share those posts. If it's a post about my company and it's got a bunch of other companies tagged in it, I usually don't share those posts. Coffee cup and coffee. Got it, Byron. Got it. Yes. See, that's a perfect post. It even had a click-through link in there. There was product tagged in there. I actually thought that you had shared one of my posts, and I was resharing that. Yeah, perfect layout. Exactly. We did a video we did a video on Thursday for our Jetboil pouch, and we actually had a photo staged there like that with our bag of coffee and 2 coffee cups on 2 little stumps. With Tate, somebody called the U.S. Embassy. Embassy called police. Police responded. Questioned for hours and released. Papa Mike. I don't believe that's 100% correct. I hope that is the case. But again, where are you? Like, I saw that exact same information, right? But says who? Says who? I saw a ton of shit today that looked like Tate was on a lot of shows and interviews today. He couldn't have been all those places at one time. I'm going to do the $5 leg. I think that I'm not seeing a lot of the comments. There's a cat running around over here. They all run around with things in their mouths, just like dogs do. Every shop needs a shop. They catch mice occasionally. The comments seem slow. Yeah, Josh. What's up, man? Caswell, what's up? Placed another order for a belt. Thanks, man. $40 people online, 38 thumbs up. Half of them, 38, probably are not here any longer. So push that thumbs up button for us. Helps promote it and push the algorithm out. Yeah, Josh, I miss you, man. Tate made the statement on his live interview I saw. He basically said he was swatted. It's not the same. It's what I'm telling you. This is the second time this has happened, and the product and the video you are seeing is from the last incident from another interview. Grant V, what's up? Tate would be an awesome guest. Yeah, Tate would be an awesome guest for anybody. I don't think you're going to see Tate on my podcast. I've always been a little behind. How many hens are needed for around 10 eggs a day? 12 during the summer. Plan on dropping that to 6 in the winter. You could raise that up by running more light, or you could just run LED lights. It's photocycle, heat. Just plan on having less during the winter. 44 online, 49 thumbs up. Yeah, I'm showing 48 and 49. Do you do any art outside of nylon? You seem to have artistic vibes and eye for aesthetics. I don't, man. I don't. Crazy how many people are having heart attacks from the G. You're right, man. You are right. Amazing. What seemingly healthy people are just fucking falling over dead. Jen Griffin, what's up? What small Velcro pockets do you have? Just order what you want, man. Put in notes. You'll take anything we have. I feel like we've got a bunch of black ones over there running right now. I've definitely got Typhon red. I see some Typhon blue, multicam black red. I see plain Typhon, plain multicam black. So those. I've got a bunch of different ones in pals down here. Yeah, it died suddenly. Yeah. How many eggs do you eat, Charlie? How many? You're asking for 12. Did you say 12 a day? Is that what you asked for? How many did you say? How many hens are needed for around 10 a day? Yeah, man, just get you 12 birds. Easy to take care of. What's your living situation like? Where will you have these hens at? Do you have a fence? What do you plan to feed them? Are the original Hummers better off road than Jeep? I don't know, and it depends on the Jeep, right? Stock for stock, I don't know. I mean, people used to take bone stock Jeeps and take them out on the Rubicon, and the Rubicon's not what it used to be. There's bypass for everything. And you can almost do. You can get from point A to point B. It's how you get from point A to point B. The Humvees, and what are we talking? Are we talking like an Alpha, or are we talking a military Humvee? Do you make any aprons with pockets? I'm a jeweler and wear one. Comes in handy. Brian, I do. Both of my aprons. My big apron has 2 pockets on it, and my tool apron has several pockets on it. A lot of heart attacks. Yeah, that's exactly what we're saying. I can make a 10 by 20 fenced area at most. Can the 10 by 20 fenced area, can you open that and give them access to a lawn so they could get out during the day and kind of just pick and scratch? While you could keep them in a 10 by 20, you'd probably they'd probably be better off with a little more room. 10 by 20, I mean, you could do it, but there's going to be manure load in there, right? So you're going to have to constantly add material to it. And you totally could do that. If you had access to wood mulch, you could just add wood mulch in there. You could even get bales of pine shavings and add to it. Chicken tractors are hard to beat. Yeah, depending what you want to do, they are. Chicken tractors, I have chicken tractors here right now. We run them. It depends what you want to do with them, though. Why do you want a chicken tractor? It's good. It moves the manure around. It fertilizes. They eat a lot of the bugs in that area. It helps supplement feed them. Irish, what up? Charlie Juliet Sierra was timed out by special for 300 seconds. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. Maybe I hit it when I was holding it up or something. That was not intentional. That's weird. Finally in my house, so I can start shopping again. Nice. Seems like it's young, healthy people that exercise get heart attacks. Yeah, the thing that needs to be asked with all these young people and healthy people and children having heart attacks, what do they all have in common? And you notice nobody's saying that. Every time they're like, 6-year-old died, cardiac arrest. Peak physical all-star sport player died, cardiac arrest. Why is the headline not, they were vaccinated, right? And if you read through the comments of a lot of them, nobody's asking that either, which means they're deleting the comments. This makes me want to water glass some eggs. You totally can, but why are you going to do that, right? Why are you going to water glass eggs? You absolutely can. You have a surplus of eggs right now. Well, not now. You have a surplus of eggs in the summer. And in the fall, you're still getting eggs. So you're going to put them away, and then you're just going to pull them out and use them like normal eggs. Can totally do that. I produce enough eggs that we don't need to water glass eggs. I just don't need to water glass eggs. We have enough of them. List of things that are causing heart issues is pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah. $51 people online. Come on, guys, type some shit out. We can have a conversation here. Funny how it's rude to ask if someone was vaxxed then when they died, but when they wanted to go to family cookout in 21, it was fair game. Yeah, that's a good point, man. That's a good point. Going to try canning meat, inexperienced. Yeah, we can meat. Yeah, we do. It's so fucking easy. Like all of this stuff is easy, right? And it's a trip, right? Because it's a mystery to us, right? It's this thing we're calling homestead or prepping, right? If you go back 50 years ago, everybody canned meat. At least my family did, right? We didn't come from money. We went to the grocery store once a week, maybe. We'd go to Costco or the Exchange, every other week, maybe once a month. And when something was on sale, like I remember mom and grandma and everybody, they were looking through the newspaper so that when there were sales, they would go buy a bunch of meat and then they would freeze it or they would can it. It was just the way of life. And the further we go back, everybody did that stuff. Ball Blue Book. There's tons of canning groups on Facebook and food preservation groups and freeze dryers and dehydrating groups. Absolutely, man. Do it. Do it. Preferred brand for tripod for your GoPro. Man, Joby. You can't go wrong with anything Joby. Like the Gorilla Pods and stuff. I use a flexible arm. I don't even use a tripod. I use a flexible arm with a clamp on my GoPros. Manfrotto, you can't go wrong with anything Manfrotto. We have Manfrotto for all of our big cameras, for our real stuff. But this is what I use. 90% of the video you see, probably even more than 90, is filmed with this thing. Last night, I had the drone up, and I was filming with the drone. I was filming with this Hero 10, and I was filming with a Hero 8. I don't know where it went. And both the Hero 8, all of my GoPros, I've got, I don't know, 8 or 9 of them, they all have this setup on them. And this setup here is great. Can I get this to turn? There we go. This setup here is great. It's just flexible, and it's pretty fucking stable. And the stabilization in the GoPro 10, what are they up to now? An 11 or, see, I just turned it on. Are we up to a 11 or 12? The stabilization on this, I was running 6s, and then we got an 8. We had a 6 and an 8. And I would film with the 6 and the 8 on the four-wheeler. And the 8, you couldn't even tell that it was on the four-wheeler, whereas the 6 you could kind of tell, but only because you were looking at it next to footage on the 8. But what you did see when they went to the 8, the blue in the sky was so much better on the 8. And then I got a 9, and the 9 always overheated. We never really got any footage out of the 9. It always overheated. It's sitting on a shelf over here. The 10, badass. The 10's fucking great. And now I carry, like, every day in my pocket, I have extra batteries for the GoPros. I wouldn't even fuck around with blue batteries anymore. Get the white batteries. They jam about 50% more energy into them. That's probably even what's in this GoPro right now. Yep, white battery. They just work awesome, man. I saw somebody said, what drone do I use? I use the S2. I don't even know where it's at right now. I charged all the batteries last night when we brought it in. Yeah, here's. So I don't know where the drone's at, but I use the S2. I've used Mavic 2 Zooms, Mavic Pros. There's a bucket around here full of drones, like a 5-gallon bucket full of drones. Here's 2 Zooms that came back from DJI. I crash them all the time. And while these were down and I was waiting to get them back, they discontinued these Zooms and the Pros. Now they got the Mavic Pro 3. But I got that S2, and I really didn't like it at first. And then I crashed it, and it didn't break. And you barely crash these Mavics. And I hit guy lines and power lines and you name it. I fly them into trees. I'm flying them through buildings and things run into them, or they run into things. I've crashed this S2 a dozen times probably. Like really crashed. Like should have just. And they've changed the plastic formulation. It's great. I love it. But more important than the drone is the smart controller, because you don't have to tether it to your phone. When you have this, game changer. I want to start doing better videos. Byron, man, if you've watched any of my videos, everything I shoot is on these. Now the stuff you see, the higher production videos, that's Brandel, and it changes all the time. He's fucking company sending him gear, but and his camera body is, $8 grand. And a lot of that is brand. Like when you see those videos, it's because when I move, he moves with me. It's very different. And he films in RAW format, I think. It's like if you look at the video, it's gray. Like you can't even see it until you color grade it and shit. It's a very cumbersome video when he films. And then Austin, when we film stuff, we're filming on an XA20, which is a commercial, kind of commercial camera. But it's an actual video camera, and we set it on a giant tripod and shit. Good Starter sewing machine, personal use, nylon poly wool. So that's clothing, nylon poly wool. That's like you get you a clothing machine. Did you say commercial? Good Starter sewing machine. The real answer is go buy you a sewing machine at Walmart or the fabric store and start sewing some shit. And if you do it, if you continue to do it, and every weekend you work on projects and it's all good, then get you a commercial machine that sews those type of materials. But like these machines here, we couldn't sew any clothing on this shit. This is all set up these are completely different machines. Your sewing machines for sewing clothing will look very much like this. but they'll be different machines. Have you ever built a knee pad organizer for pilots? Like a knee board? I have not. I've seen a bunch of them. We did some for some tank guys, and yes, you know what we did? We did some for some dudes from. There was a Force Recon guy that was he was a fucking pilot. He was chopped to Force Recon as a forward air controller, but he was an F-18 pilot. We actually did do some knee boards, but not for 20 years ago. From farm to shelf, yeah. I've made a couple of those flexible clamp things for lighting at a desk. Stole the idea of, yeah, man, if Adam Savage is not on your radar, and even whoever asked about sewing machine, Adam Savage sews some stuff. He's got some duffel bags and some messenger bags and shit that he likes to build. And just start Googling, like start on YouTube and just put in how to sew a bag. There's a dude, I can't remember his name, that just does all kinds of cool shit, man. I even like to watch those guys. Had a question from one of the guys here watching. Is the Ultra Maga Super Kit bag ever coming back? They were back, bro. Where you been? They were here. You could have ordered one. You had months to order them. And we built them, and I had them sitting here on the shelf. I had them sitting here on the shelf for 3-4 months. Nobody bought them. They finally trickled out of here one at a time. So the answer is probably no. If you want one, get a few people to commit to them. Send me an email, and we'll put them online and do a small batch of them. Concho Sewing. Never heard of them. Do you have a recommendation for trail cams? I want to see what's in my area while building out Catio. I thought I was going to walk over here. Yeah, here we go. I've got a bunch of Moultries. You can get them at Walmart or any of the sporting goods stores, and they're great. They'll do color video. They'll do color video, color photos, IR. The IR works well on them. You can link them up to your cell phone. They'll text you messages whenever you get an alert. Now you pay a cell service per camera for that. You buy this little cell service that they have. I would get online and just start looking. Now I bought a bunch of Moultries. I've probably got 12 of these things, and these aren't even like fancy ones, and they are great. They do a ton of shit. And then I bought like a generic camera that I think I got 10 of them for $45 a piece. They're a little more compact. They work every bit as well. We've probably got 20 cameras around on the property. Brian, have a good night, man. And Jen, the cool, like, you're not trying to catch like trespassers and shit. A lot of my cameras have other cameras watching the cameras, you know, that kind of shit. But just get online. Like you could even see at Walmart.com. You could go to Sports Academy, Bass Pro Shop, and just look at their game cameras. And most of them will have a comparison thing where you can just look down the row and see what they do and what they don't do, and just kind of decide what works for you. Jason of all trades sews cool stuff, all amateur but quality. Right on, right on. You know, I watched some videos on YouTube of people making things, and I frequently go, "Holy shit, that is an easier way to do compared to how we've been doing it for 35 years." 35 years, we've been doing that the hard way, and I realized that just because we just started doing it, right? There wasn't videos you could watch. So there's been things I've seen on YouTube that we implement into our everyday stuff. Bears, oh yeah, bears will be a bit. Can you fence the property? And I say, here's why. Because if you can fence the property, you can have dogs. And there are dogs that will run bears off, especially if they're like black bears. Black bears, you get an Anatolian, even a couple of Pyrenees, they'll handle black bear load. preferred brand for tribe. Okay, I think we've read all these. Atlas bipod, not familiar with it. Growing up, my dad had a commercial sewing machine to sew boat sails. Sewed a grand total of 2 in my lifetime. Do you make a quiver pouch for archery? We did a couple of them. We did a few of them. The thing is, what do we put inside them to keep them rigid, right? And I just never pursued a good tube. I am sure there is something out on the market that we could repurpose now. But that's going to be like field points, right? That's for 3D archery and stuff like that. Because I don't know how I would work that with broadheads, because it's a tube that you're going to put multiple shafts in. I guess at this point we could even use 2 links of tubing for like shop vac. I mean, I'm sure we have a ton of options now. I do have some archery quivers floating around somewhere. I don't know where. I saw them maybe a year ago here. We built them in the other building, so it's at least 6 years ago. Kirby, what's up, man? Rhodesian Ridgebacks are amazing in those working dogs. Yes, field points for 3Ds. Yeah, Rhodesian Ridgebacks are not going to be a livestock guardian dog, though. Great dog. I know guys that use them. But the prey drive on that animal, it's like trying to have a Malinois protect your flock, right? They're going to want to chase things. And it's a great dog, but probably not the dog to have around a ton of small animals. And I want something with more ass behind it. Like we have big dogs. If you look out west, you know, they're running Kangals, they're running Anatolians, Akbash, Caucasian Shepherds. They're running, you know, bigger dogs. Because the prey load out there is mountain lion and big bears and wolf. And you're seeing a lot of these where you have wolf predation, you know, Idaho, Wyoming, stuff like that. It's because they're not running fucking dogs. If they had dogs with their flocks, those dogs take care of wolves. Field points for 3D in session. Yeah, practice. I open this door up and shoot right out there by those trees over the fence. Want a Caucasian, but not home enough to train it, keep it up. You don't have to train those dogs. You really don't. I mean, if you, as a family animal, yeah, I guess you got to train it. But if you have fenced property and you have livestock, there's not a lot of training to those animals. Like, we didn't train these 2 Pyrenees at all, and they kill everything that comes in. They just started doing it. That's why, with them getting older, that's why we put a couple more puppies with them, so they could train those puppies up one at a time. Those other dogs will train the new dogs. Been making my kids bows by heating PVC pipe and bending. I've seen some guys do that. Have 3 boys, and they could all destroy an anvil with a wet rag. They have only broken the strings. Saw the idea on YouTube. That's cool. That's very. I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen them. Very neat. There was a guy that brought a couple to Blade Show, and he made those a couple years ago. He had quite a few of them. Yeah, Magnus outweighs Amanda a lot. Yeah, for sure. Man, he is so fucking big and fast. Which is fine, because he's big and fast, and he only has to be fast for 10 acres. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut off of here. Start getting everything set up for tomorrow. I got emails still I got to go through. We have some egg crates. Eggs almost cost enough that I will start selling eggs. Favorite piece of gear you ever made? I don't know, man. You have to realize that I've built thousands and thousands of pieces of gear. I've been doing this 35 years. The shotgun rig is probably the coolest right off the bat, nailed it the first time, never been copied. Shotgun rig probably. There's guys that make things, like you'll look at their pictures and you're like, oh, that's identical. They're not. There's a lot missing to them. San Diego's flooding again, been raging like crazy. Imagine if you had fucking just moved out of San Diego. Imagine if you moved, I don't know, Tennessee. Are we back? I don't know what just happened there. It just showed a disconnect. I don't know why this cat's still over here. He's just like stuck here with this, whatever it is he's doing. Catnip. Does that make cats high? Is that what that's supposed to do? Are you stoned? Are you like trapped in this corner? Did you eat 2 whole marijuanas? Boss had a Kita, killed 2 Rottweilers at once. Got out their fence. Yes, cat crack. My bags are getting packed and things are getting finalized to move right on. That cat had a mouse. No, it's a little toy mouse that I think has catnip in it. I didn't put him away because he just meowed. Oh, I don't care. I don't care about the other 2. It's like that cat is fucking smart. He literally knows when you're not here, and he comes over here and chews these up. But I watched him literally pick this up in his mouth and lean over and drop it on the ground as though he was trying to get the lid to come off. Because I've come through here many times and there's a package of these things on the floor with the lid off. He knows how to do it. Is there any hope for California? I don't think so. I don't think so. Moving Tennessee into the year. You'll love it, man. You'll love it. And we got some friends that just moved here. We actually have a lot of friends that just moved here. The guy just bought over 300 acres of property. And he was out here Thursday, as a matter of fact. He was here while we were recording the podcast. And I said, you know, you're smelling freedom right now. You're going to move here and you're going to love it here. I go, but you don't even realize until you've been here for 6 months or a year and have to go back to California. When you have to go back to California, that's when you're going to realize how completely fucked it really is. Like, you don't even know how fucked it is until you've been someplace else that is truly free. And it's slaves. You're less of a slave. You're still a slave to the federal government, but you have some freedom. You have so much more freedom in Tennessee. Gotta get plates changed instantly and reassure people we want the culture. Scott, it won't matter, bro. Just don't do fucking liberal shit. Just don't do virtue signaling bullshit. You'll be fine. Cats are smarter than people. My girls work together to open freezers and get day-old baby chicks out to try to eat. Had to put baby locks on. That's cool. What were the titties on? Oh, titles. What were the titles on those books? I thought you were going to say patches, because there's patches over here with titties. What do I have here? Herbal Medicine Maker's Handbook. Premier One Supplies Fence booklet. No Grid Survival Projects Resistance Operating Concept. To My Son, Sean Swanson. You should find Sean on Instagram. He does an intel briefing. Sean's a good dude. He wrote this book, Total Resistance by Von Dock, and the Counterinsurgency Field Manual. This is an actual U.S. insurgency manual that's a publication that our military uses. it breaks off into the ocean. There's hope to fall off. All right, guys. Finally joined the club yesterday. Always appreciate your videos. Mark, right on, bro. Thank you. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. You're going to get off of here and you're going to go do something else. Just make sure whatever else you're doing, ask yourself, like evaluate yourself. Does this add to me or is this dumbing me down? Whatever you do for the rest of the night. You guys have a good night. I'm getting attacked by that drill right there.